defense. They've been stingy all season long with what they've been able to do, containing teams and making sure that they just can't punch it into the end zone. And points per game allowed, they're 15.9 per game. I believe that are those are conference numbers, but that just shows you how effective this defense can be for Coach Jabs and the Mounties.
The Mounties have been lethal on the defensive side so far this season. Riverside as well. You talk about the Mounties only allowing 15.9 per game. RCC 17.8. These teams nearly identical in every single category. But right now, it's the number one Mount San Antonio College Mounties who lead Riverside 7-3, 4:39 left to go opening quarter. Camacho will boot this one away. Solomon from a couple of yards into his end zone. He's going to take it out across the 5, across the 10, across the 15, and there goes Christopher Solomon across the 30-yard line, and he's taken down at the 32. A solid return for Solomon, and the Mounties will have some decent field position here to start, up 7-3.
I think that was the kicker that got to him, Camacho.
Yeah, he had one man to beat. Solomon had one man to beat.
That was the kicker that held him up, so nice job by the kickoff by Camacho, and really just paying attention, making sure that Solomon didn't beat him as well.
Well, credit Camacho with the kick and with the tackle. Mounties will start at their own 32. They'll come out in a two-wide set. Both aligned to the near side of the field. The lone back is Omaris Tolbert. Allo working out of the gun. The snap is back. Handoff Tolbert up the middle across the 35. And the Mounties offensive line will push him forward to the 38-yard line, and a solid pickup there of about 6.5 on first down. Tolbert back to work on the ground for the Mounties.
Tolbert, and that's going to do phenomenal things for the Mounties, as that will open up the passing game as well, and it's been effective so far here tonight at Wheelock Stadium.
Same formation, 2nd and 3.5 here for Mount Sac from their own 38. Allo will change the play at the line. Now the snap is back. He'll look to throw. Fire, and it's incomplete. Off the hands of Jericho Dyko, the tight end. And that time it was just out of the reach of Dyko, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 4.
That was
Moises Manu. Moises Manu out of the backfield for the Mounties. Excuse me.
That was Terrence Solomon, who hit him right on the helmet after the ball was dropped. Fortunately for them, it wasn't a penalty. He went helmet to helmet if that ball was caught.
So RCC looking for a big 3rd down stop here. Looking to force the Mounties on back-to-back 3-and-outs. 7-3 Mount Sac, 3:47 left to go opening quarter. And Coach Jastrab, he calls his first charge timeout of the night as the play clock was running down. And the Mounties, they don't want to get called for a delay of game in a 3rd and short situation.
No, not at all. They got 3 big yards here, ball on the 38-yard line. So you're looking for something with a power run maybe with Vaughns and Tolbert or Brandon Wilson, Vei maybe as one of their up-backs as well to provide a lane for one of the running backs here. And, Chris, it's nice to see how comfortable the offense looks, if that makes any sense to you. Because last week, at home they were kind of, I don't know if it
started lackadaisical. They turned the ball over twice in the first half against Citrus.
I know, but I don't know if it was just a lot of stops on the field to where there was no solid, bang, 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 here we go. And we've seen it so far here in the first quarter on the first drive. That's all they need is some sort of a flow to their offense, and they can be very, very effective.
What do you think about the tight end wrinkle, the new wrinkle in the offense with the tight end?
We did see that last week, and that was effective against Citrus
last
defense.
Week, but Moises Banu could not hold on to that football. And out of the timeout, it's a 3rd and 3.5 for the Mounties from their own 38. 7-3 Mount Sac, 3:47 left to go opening quarter. The lone back is Omaris Tolbert. It's a 3-wide set. Lone receiver to the far side of the field. It's the big 6'6 target, Gilchrist. Allo will drop back to pass, dump one off over the middle, and the pass is caught by Morris, and Morris will pick up a first down for the Mounties to the 42. They needed 3.5. They got 4.
That was Jonah Moy, the linebacker, 6'4", 235, was all pumped up after that hit, and unfortunately he was a step too late as the Mounties get the first down.
So Dairo Morris, who had a couple of receptions in the win against Citrus last week, doesn't see much time, but a big first down conversion there. 1st and 10 now for the Mounties from their own 42. two-back set. Handoff will go to the freshman Tony Gates, and Gates to the far side of the field will leap his way across the 45 to around the 48. Another healthy gain on first down. And Tony Gates, the freshman, picks it up for him. A pickup of 6.
Tony Gates in the mix. Kennedy Sykes as well, another wideout for the Mounties.
They did this last week.
6'4", 6'4" wideout. So another viable option for Allo out wide, as he's paired up right now with Antoine Anderson.
Two wide set, play action. Allo going to keep, try to find some room, and he does. Spins around a tackler, and he'll pick up a Mountie first down to the RCC 47.
So that's first down number 5 already for the Mounties here in the first quarter with 2:46 left. Mounties looking comfortable, on the offensive side of the ball. Let's see if they maintain that here to close out the half.
And they're big guys, Gilchrist and Derek Macon, not even in the game. 4 wide set, none of them by the name of Macon or Gilchrist. Handoff Tolbert, he gets inside the 45. And he'll be stopped up right there after a pickup of 2.
And you got to figure, Tredante Hill's in the mix now too with Sykes. And you got to figure just Coach Jabs really just, I guess, doing their homework, the coaching staff, and really liking the matchups that they provide against the RCC DBs and safeties.
Coach Jabs giving the RCC defense a little bit of a different look. 4 wide set, 2 aligned to each side. The lone back is Omaris Tolbert on the 2nd and 8. The snap is back, play action. Allo will fire out, far side of the field, and the pass is dropped by Darrow Morris, incomplete.
And he would have had to do some dancing to provide any mark near the first down markers. He was hit right when he caught the ball, and he would have been well short of the first down, but it is now they got 9 long yards to go here on a 3rd down.
Mount Sac has it at the Riverside 46-yard line. The lone back is Nate Vey. The big fullback. 4 wide set. The snap is back on a 3rd and 8. Allo pressured. He'll fire. And Kennedy Sykes now drops the football. Incomplete. So you put out some unexperienced wideouts, and they don't pay off. Treshawn Bratton, the sophomore, 6 foot, 175 DB there in pass protection for RCC. But Mount Sac, you got to feel like you should have picked up a first down there, but instead Christian Fulham in the punting unit will come out. And with a minute 46 left to go in the opening quarter, Mountie still leads 7-3, but RCC going to get the football back. Quick snap, Fulham, end over end kick. This one a lot better than the first one. It'll bounce inside the 15, inside the 10. And that's the Christian Fulham we all know and love. Ball down at the 8-yard line, and that's where Nick King and the RCC offense will take over, trailing 7-3.
Yeah, Christian Fulham just really redeeming himself as far as that muffed punt, if you want to call it, earlier on in the quarter, and that's the one you're talking about. That's the type of kicks that he's been producing all season long, and inside their own 10-yard line here, you look for Mount Sac to really bring the pressure, maybe first and second down both, if not for sure on first down, I would assume.
Well, the Mounties love to bring pressure. They're number 1 in the state with 37 sacks. They love to play defense, only allowing, like we mentioned earlier, 15.9 points per game. Screen pass here, and Michael Stallone dropped it, incomplete. They keep dumping off the bubble screen to Stallone, Brian, and the Mounties are always there in the backfield. That time Stallone had a little bit of room, but I think you remember the first 2 times he caught it and was tackled in the backfield, and he drops the football.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just they'll look like they're really going for it on each and every throw for King, but that's what he's given right now by the defense.
2nd and 10 for RCC inside their own 10, and a flag will fly. Looks like this one might be against the Tigers. And it is. False start. This will back it up inside the RCC 5, now to their 4.
I expect the Mounties to bring the pressure here, Chris, off the edge.
Why not? King can certainly escape pressure and has some fantastic weapons at the wideout spots, but if you can get to him in his own end zone for a safety, why wouldn't you? 2nd and 15 for RCC at their own 5. Delayed handoff, Foster, lots of room up the middle. And he's ankle tackled by who else but Sidi Tama Avena after a pickup of 5. He'll get back to the original marker, but it'll still bring up a 3rd and 10 for RCC The Mounties have a chance to force the Tigers to punt from their own end zone here.
That's how great of a tackler C.D. Tamavena is. He was already past him,
just the greatest?
And he got his shoelaces for an ankle tackle.
On a 3rd and 10, play action. Looking for a wideout to the near side of the field is Nicholas King, and he'll hit Jermel Walker, but that will be a good 5 yards short of the first down marker, and it's a 3-and-out for the RCC offense. They'll be punting from inside their own 5-yard line.
The good thing is the Mounties look really solid on the defensive end tonight so far, Chris. And the bad thing is that the Mounties have only had one score, and that's a touchdown. And obviously, if the offensive unit here, commanded by Allo, can really set their feet here at Wheelock Stadium, I can see another touchdown or possible points for the Mounties to tack on.
Anthony Zamora on to punt. High spiraling kick. Aaron Vons will let it bounce. It did not touch him. I do not believe it touched him.
No.
Did it touch him? If it touched him, it's RCC football inside the Mountie 20.
It went right through his arms. Yeah, and the refs got it right, Chris.
Yeah, it did not touch Aaron Vons.
I think Aaron Vons he was assuming that someone was closer from RCC about to get him.
Well, he should have called for a fair catch.
Yeah, he did not, but it went right through his arms and right through his legs, really. And unfortunately for RCC, did not touch Aaron Vons. And thankfully for the Mounties, it didn't touch Aaron Vons.
So it is Mountie football. The officials will confirm down on the field. And Mount SAC, though, they'll start at their own 25. But what a booming punt from Zamoro. 85 yards, are you kidding me?
Well, got a friendly roll, too, with that punt. So
you got to corral that if you're Aaron Vons.
No doubt about it. A phenomenal job on the punting unit.
1st and 10 for the Mounties at their own 25. 21 seconds left to go in this opening quarter. Handoff Tolbert. And he'll dive ahead to the 27-yard line for a pickup of 2. 7-3 Mounties. And that might be the final play of this quarter, as the clock will run under 5 seconds, and the Mounties will be content with snapping this one when the second quarter of action gets underway. So we're through one from Wheelock Stadium on the campus of Riverside Community College, and it's the Mounties 7, RCC 3.
Yeah, and it's nice to see, really, the Mounties, after that opening drive, they did their job, the offensive unit and Justin Allo.
They did.
Established the run, opening up the passing game, 24-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Vons to make it 7-0. And then shortly after that, with 4:39 left in the first quarter, a 21-yard field goal to make the score 7-3 Mount SAC. So for as potent as these offenses have been all season long and in conference, they've somewhat been held in check here because the defenses as well have been somewhat short of phenomenal here. Is they're pretty stingy defenses. So, a nice mix on both sides of the ball, but the Mounties are looking to capitalize and build up on this 4-point lead here.
The Mounties will have it at their own 28-yard line to start the second quarter of action from Wheelock Stadium. It'll be a 2nd and 7 for Justin Allo in the offense. Like you mentioned, Brian, up 7-3 are the Mounties, and we look for them to get off to a good start in this one, and they certainly have. But now it's time to put some more points up on the scoreboard if you're the Mounties. 2nd and 7 from the 28. 4 wide set for the Mounties, 3 aligned to the near side of the field. The lone receiver to the far side of the field is Gilchrist. Allo under pressure will dump off a screen pass for Tolbert, but he can't hang on to it and takes a big pop after the ball deflects off of his hand and gets down to the turf by Ray Ford, the 5'10 sophomore DB at a J. Sarah High School in San Juan Capistrano.
J. Sarah beat up on Mater Dei last night.
They did.
How about them apples?
7-1 on the year of the J. Sarah Lions at the high school ranks. 3rd and 7 here for the Mounties. It's a 4 wide set. Vey the lone back. Allo pressured in the backfield, and he's going down. Loss of 3 back to the 25, and it's another 3 and out for the Mountie offense. They'll be forced to punt. We'll see Christian Fulham for the 3rd time tonight.
And Allo really had nowhere to go. I mean, he had his top receivers in Mackin and Gilchrist out there out wide for him.
I'll tell you what, these receivers have been blanketed very well since that first offensive scoring drive for the Mounties. Fulham will boot this one away, and that's a Christian Fulham type of kick. It'll be Anderson from his own 29 will get around a couple of tacklers across the 30 to the 35-yard line, and he's taken out of bounds right there. A decent return